Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We're going to play as Cain today. We're going to try to get a hard mode, alt path done. FAZSZAW1. With the Zodiac right off the bat? Okay, well now we can look at this. It gave us damage, and it gave us an all stats upgrade, didn't it? Or it gave us some stat upgrades there. What Zodiac item gives you stat upgrades like that? Cancer gives you a Tears upgrade? No, it gives you Spirit Hearts. Libra? Maybe Balance? No, because would we get the trinkets? Or not trinkets, but the consumables from Libra? I have no idea. Pisces gives you a Tears upgrade plus knockback. I don't know, Zodiac, if I remember correctly, gives you 2 items per floor. At least with the stat screen, we have some indication of what they might be. Zodiac is not a well-respected item in Isaac, but we've been playing well lately, and we've been playing my style of game, which is fast, loose, and, dealing with the consequences of living fast and loose like a good adult should. So I'll deal with the consequences of Zodiac and shoop-da-whoop. Ooh, a little shoop-da-whoop, baby. Nothing wrong with that. 5 point whatever damage that we have right now is actually fairly good. And I think that we'll be able to make shoop-da-whoop pop off pretty nicely here. Give me a bomb, please. Bomb gives us Tinted Rock, which in turn gives us probably relatively guilt-free access to the Curse Room. That gives us 3 Guppy items. We become Guppy right off the bat. People leave comments. How could this guy be so lucky? This guy's luck is ridiculous. I say, I don't know. It just happens somehow. I don't, variance or something. Worth. Surprisingly worth it there. We'll continue moving on here. I don't know why I put on, my very strange Jerry Seinfeld voice for that. George! George, I need this bomb to blow. Nah, it's not. That impression is going nowhere. I don't know what happened to my voice there. Let's not lose half a spirit. Okay, let's not lose a whole spirit heart like an idiot on this room. We're actually, fairly stacked as far as early items go, so I feel like it's not the right idea to just immediately take a bunch of damage, and there has been some conversation lately. Retrovision. There has been some conversation lately. People are like, NL. Oh man, that would have been a much better use of our bomb. NL, what happened? You used to be good at Isaac. Now you're getting wins most of the time, but you're playing sloppy. I don't dispute that. I equate it, it's like baseball. Even the best team in baseball doesn't play a good game every night. You want them to. If you're paying $90 a seat to go see the Cubs or something like that, you want them to knock it out of the park. You want them to win 15-2. They can't always do that. Even myself, especially as someone who is just not always particularly good at video games to begin with. I'm going to try to play a little bit more consistently because I do think that results are probably made of, smaller habits that are executed consistently over a long period of time. Wow, what a nerd! He thinks that huge goals are made up via incremental progress. What are you, my mom or something? What you should really do is just get good anyway, like a second retrovision pill. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, basically, I've been playing bad. Let's play better. And if we don't play better on this one, let's play better on the next one, Here's a little song I wrote. If you play bad at Isaac, it is noted. Don't worry. What is this? Be sloppy. Bloodshot Eye Bloody Friend. It's like an orbital, but it also shoots like a second level Meat Boy, but we don't control when it shoots. This seems like, it's an orbital, so it has that going for it. The shots seem pretty bad. It doesn't appear that it came with a Tears upgrade, which is fine, but, a slight bummer. Because I like when the eye items give us a Tears upgrade. I want to say because it's, isn't that fitting? Like you lose an eye so you cry faster? That doesn't really make any sense, but really the reason I want the Tears upgrade is because it makes my life easier, so if you could provide that to me, that would be exquisite. Thank you very much. Don't walk into that fire. We can afford to do that, but don't do that. Oh, okay, well that's how I know. There's supposed to be an Isaac update today. And among other things, it's going to give Mimics a visual tell. The fact that there was no visual tell on that Mimic lets me know that that update has not come out. By the way, I did see a post on the subreddit. I'm not... Well, let's do this deal with the devil first. We'll grab everything in here and then just move on to the next floor. I'm not internet ignorant, if that makes sense. I know that the response surrounding Afterbirth Plus has been mixed, and I'm not even saying mixed just to be polite. There's some people who are like, this is really cool. There's some people who are like, this is a mixed bag, and there's some people who are like, this is trash. That's just like, it is what it is, right? And I saw some posts from well-meaning people who were being very nice, but at the same time, I want to give my own 2 cents out there. They were like, man, I kind of feel bad for NL that, you know, Afterbirth Plus has not had an amazing reception. Like, it must suck to put on a happy face when you're playing Isaac, even when you're not such a huge fan of the new content. Well, first off, I appreciate you feeling for me, sincerely. Secondly, I'm not putting on a happy face. I'm having a good time playing the game. There is some shit in it that's nonsense. To be honest with you, Greedier mode, I think, is way too hard, and it's hard in a way that's unfair and not necessarily the most fun. There's some fun to be had because it's inherently way more challenging than it should be, so succeeding at all, it feels good. But there are a couple of things as well that I did not even realize were complaints until I saw that people were complaining. The portals don't really bother me. Mimics do bother me because there should be some tell, but most of the time I'm just frustrated with myself for not being faster. But for the most part, I'm not saying Afterbirth Plus is a, and I know what you're just saying, oh, you have to say that because this game is, you know, part of your livelihood. Really, I'm like sincerely enjoying playing it, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be playing it. I would be playing more Anti-Birth right now, which is also amazing in its own right, and is still, you know, being played by me on YouTube anyway, but, I'm having a good time. New Isaac content's new Isaac content, and if anything, even if Afterbirth Plus ends up being a weak DLC in terms of, like, if 6 months from now the problems are solved and we're still like, this is a weak DLC, it still opens the door to modding. It still opens the door to those, like, booster packs that Ed and Tyrone have been talking about, where they're gonna, like, curate new content into the game once a month, and the game is really, like, in the community's hands now. We got the purity blessing there, which I'm pleased with. It means that Isaac may continue to have a life for you know, years to come after this. So you have no reason to feel bad for me. First off, because I'm having a good time, and secondly, I think we're just gonna bounce here because I'm having a good time, and you know, I feel like I am free to complain about the things that I would like to complain about. Delirium not having any animations on the main boss sprite is just weird. That's the kind of thing where, like, people are like, that's lazy. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, that's gotta be a bug. Should it have shipped with a bug that, you know, seems exceptionally obvious to everybody else? No, probably not. But, you know, what are we gonna do? You know, I'll cut him some slack at this point. It's like a Bethesda game, you know, when it comes out, there's gonna be issues, but they're gonna get ironed out. I mean, people were somewhat negative on the release of Afterbirth to begin with. We lost speed for taking damage there? Oh, because of purity, okay. I thought we had Charm of the Vampire based on our forehead here as well, but I'm pretty sure that's just the Zodiac sign. That's pretty good. And to be fair, in the end, were people super stoked about Afterbirth? I'd say it was probably like 70-30. 70% of people thought it was pretty good. 30% of people thought, you know, like, the changes were not warranted. Hopefully Afterbirth Plus can get to a level like that as well. But if not, at least it's done something to ensure its legacy. You know, the fact that there is, to some degree, at least some mod support is nice. But I do also sympathize that, like, some of the Greedier mode in particular is the axe that I'm grinding. Sure, mimics are annoying, and mimics are probably, like, my second biggest gripe. But it's Greedier mode just, like, not being plausible unless... Basically, it's like playing the old version of The Lost, where you just, like, want to hold R until you get a great item in your first item room, is the way that I feel about Greedier mode in its present state. It's just not likely or conceivable that you're going to be able to beat the enemies before they spawn, and it just changes too many different axes for difficulty at the same time. Like, giving you less money, harder enemies, and faster timers is like, you just adjusted one too many things. We don't have a reroll, so we'll take Lost Fly, which actually has been okay for us in the past here. But then, you know, honestly, Ed has been really good, and I'm not just saying this because he was a guest on our podcast, but Ed has been really good during this release, I think, about interfacing with people on social media in a way that is positive and constructive. Like, he tweeted today, like, the #1 thing I learned about this launch is that for our next launch, we shouldn't test the game with people who are too experienced. I think that there's probably a lot of fairness there. You know, and I feel a certain sense, I wouldn't say of guilt, but maybe of responsibility, you know. We are the... This is tough, man. I think we take Humbling Bundle. As streamers, you know, we've been rattling off, you know, double or triple digit streaks. Oh, this is too easy. I can play Isaac with my hands tied behind my back. Oh, this is too easy. They should really make this harder. Like, I'm not sure if that informed the design process that much, but, you know, I could see how if you were a developer, you're like, well, people want the game to be harder, so it's more, like, dynamic and risky, and then we made it harder, and everyone goes, well, don't make it harder like that, it's too hard. But I do think it was made harder, especially Greedier mode, I think it was made harder in ways that are not constructive, and don't really play to the strengths of Isaac, which is, you know, making decisions is an important part. Ooh, we do have enough for this. And honestly, the more items, the better. So 3 puberty pills does give you a change now, I've heard. Which is cool. I think it's something I hypothesized, like, 2 years ago could be in the game. Just to at least give the puberty pills, like, some kind of value. Not saying I invented it, just saying, you know, it's a logical extension of what a puberty pill should do here. Well, no deal with the devil, so we should use our Joker card. We're happier with Paperclip. Think, because it's just straight up better, and that's pretty bad. One makes you larger, we'll take it, just because I'm an idiot, and we'll take our health upgrade as well. We're set up pretty nicely here on speed, for sure. We don't need to do boss rush, of course, we're just trying to get to delirium, but either way, we've got ourselves a guaranteed deal with the devil here as well, and I think I will do this room. Like, now that we have Humbling Bundle, we probably should play aggressively here. And you might be saying, well, it doesn't sound like you're that positive on Afterbirth Plus. You know, all you're talking about are the negatives. That's because it's very easy in a game like this to focus on the negatives. Because the positives are like new content. It was what, like the 8th time we got new content? So we're like, oh yeah, new items, okay, cool, wow, this is an amazing item. Like, that stuff, like the novelty seems to wear off fast, and then you get hit by like an enemy that you don't think should have existed, and you go, fuck it, right? But, like, Void and the character of Apollyon in general is so cool. I love that. I like the new floor, and I'm probably gonna catch some heat for that. I understand that it's not like, I mean, there's no new assets for the new floor except for the final boss, which presently doesn't have any animations. But so that just sounds a little funny, I guess. But I like the concept of the new floor. I do think it's novel, and I said the novel word, so everybody laugh at me, but. We gotta be really careful about this. I would like you to pay out... Dagaz is good. Dagaz is good. We can't see our items? We just purged Curse of the Blind, my dog. Okay, so we're gonna take this. We could take these. I think we should take these, but I will say, first off, my Shadow's not that good. Betrayal is also not that good. However, we probably could have gotten... the ability to see what those items were and made a more well-reasoned decision if we just waited till we got that 100% deal with the devil chance. Which was coming up. Now if we wanted to play, like, really, really cute in a way that might not even be very productive, we could deliberately take red heart damage in order to create a situation in which we have a 0% or a low percentage chance of a deal with the devil, in the hopes of preserving our 100% chance for the next floor instead of needlessly bleeding out the penalty. But I don't really like that strategy because I like having HP. And to lose 2 Spirit Hearts or a Spirit Heart and a half to make that strategy work seems a little dicey to me. One makes you larger, okay. All-time classic pill. He said... hoping people knew he was joking. Yeah, okay, let's re-roll our whole run. What do we got here? I don't know. We're slower. I'll give you that. Got quad shot. I know what those are dead onion tears, right? Moldy Tooth. Strange Attractor. Remember Butterbean! Wait, I walked on the creep. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I got hit by Butterbean? That would just be the icing on the fucking cake here. This is bad. This reroll is bad. Much worse than what we had before. And that's why I do it. We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Well, I was totally wrong about Butterbean on our last Apollyon run. I thought that it gave us, that sweet effect, which was like the cage bombs. Not rock bombs. Like, it gave us, like, the effect of the circle coming out from us, that blew up enemies. And rocks as well, but, obviously that's not the case. Take Blue Candle, which actually does give us a much easier time of things. But I will say 420 damage, although hilarious, not really a great number for us to be at right now. And our rate of fire, I mean, our tier delay is 24, which is probably not as bad with quad shot as it is without quad shot, because quad shot does come with a tier delay increase, but it's not good. But we still have that 100% deal with the devil chance right here, so probably also, okay, not sure what happened there, but probably also the wrong boss to be fighting with Strange Attractor. Old Bandage is fine. Wait, we got a Spirit Heart. We have the Relic. Okay, so the Relic I didn't notice before, but is actually, it's good. We're going to head down to the next floor because we are only about a minute ahead of schedule with a pretty big debuff on our damage. So we need to get a move on here. We don't need to do Boss Rush, but again, in fact, I don't even think we need to do the Hush Fight. Wait, we do need to do the Hush Fight because we haven't unlocked the Void as this character yet. Is that correct? Maybe, maybe not. Thought that for sure that would be a secret room. Oh, Strange Attractor on this room could be a real fuck up, honestly. Oh, I mean, Strange Attractor in general is one of the most, like, deceptively bad items in the game. Wait, it attracts enemies into my shots? So, I don't need to aim. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be shots. Stala? Little Horn. I don't know what this does. But I'm happy we got it. With like, we spend 1 cent to get that item? That's like a new era. D7, reroll rewards. Maybe, you know, this is the time when I should be learning how to use this item, but Blue Candle is kind of like, it's like our life support right now, so I don't really want to go that hard on it. And I want to get rid of the D7, or sorry, I don't want to get rid of the Blue Candle here. Is Moldy Tooth the one that gives us this, like, aura? This bad breath, if you will. So there's our boss fight. We actually made it way faster than I would have expected. Which is awesome, by the way. Oh, is it, like, occasionally we get a shot that's, like, really powerful? Is that what's happening here? We should look for an arcade, maybe. Probably look for a shop. Haven't been the nicest people when it comes to our donation machine lately, but, you know, that doesn't seem like now's the time to change it. You know, I want the wins, obviously, but I want the wins that give us unlocks, of course. So our donation machine getting low right now is not that relevant. And if we need to get it to 999 later, we need to get to 999 later. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not gonna, you know, throw this run in the toilet necessarily because I might need stuff on the next run. What pushed the bomb away? Bomb away, bomb away. Okay, we're looking for a teleport card, if possible, to steal an item from Boss Rush. Obviously a shop. With 20 bombs, we should be fairly aggressive at looking for this teleport card, honestly. What a whiff, but we still made it. There's a curse room. Do I have a bead on a Guppy Dream? Or am I just getting a lot of golden chests randomly? Is that a Guppy Dream in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Is that a guppy dream in your pocket, or are you just feline horny? Alright, it's getting weird. Let's stop. Stop that as well, please. Well, 2 Spirit Hearts for finishing. I guess that's Mystery Sack paying out with exactly what we needed as well. What are these bombs? Why do these bombs... Are they just homing? Or are they... something altogether beyond that? Oh, they're sticking to enemies. Okay, so maybe they stuck to Missing No. We have sticky bombs. Are we still able to get into boss rush? I think it's conceivable. Yeah, we'll just walk into that guy like an idiot. If we go fast enough, we might be able to do it. I mean, with Blue Candle, there's a chance. Buy this. Buy this. The Lovers, not really worth it. Puberty. It's our second puberty pill, I think. And now we're moving on. I don't want to do boss rush, but if the right item is in there, there's a chance. We gotta check the curse room. It's the cost of a single Spirit Heart. It was a bad decision in the end. Wow, how did I miss that? We have the all-time greatest item of all time, Robo Baby 2.0. One of the all-time greats, I'd say, in Binding of Isaac history. You know, drafted 8th round, 983rd pick out of University of Phoenix Online. Robo Baby 2.0 has really risen to become a roster player on a team that has a surprising lack of depth as they approach, you know, the late game and wish to make a playoff push in spite of an 0-91 record. I really hope that Robo Baby 2.0 can live up to its full potential and create a situation in which we all have fun watching the games out there. Good luck, Slugger. Where did that come from? We are not going to make it to boss rush, and that's okay. Because realistically, we probably did not want to fight boss rush anyway. Blue Candle makes it conceivable, but not necessarily smart. Okay, I probably should have gotten stomped on there by accident. We're gonna find ourselves in a tight spot. I still think making Hush, to be honest with you, the way that I've, you know, completely arbitrarily structured my splits here, it's probably like 20 minutes to get to boss rush gives you more than enough time to get the Hush. If you're like 30 seconds late for boss rush, which we are, you're probably still right on time for Hush. Now we did get Death's Touch and Sack Dagger. Both of these items are excellent. But both of these items, I mean, also cost us HP, which creates its own unique difficulties at our present state of mind. It must be Little Horn that's giving us this occasional science shot here. And if it's tied to our luck stat, then God help us. Although, I gotta be honest with you, if you'd asked me like 2 weeks ago, is 0 luck a bad amount of luck to have? I probably would have said yes. Now I'm like, dude, 0 luck might be like average. I've started runs with like -3 luck, or gotten there pretty quickly at least. So this, to be honest with you, does not seem that bad. Okay. The creep, it blends in with the ground, but I should know that at this point. That's on me. Now, what are my chances? Normally, if this was Afterbirth, I'd be like, I think we got a pretty good chance to win. I mean, we got Death's Touch, Quad Shot, you know, some cool items on top of that, and, you know, our Deal with the Devil chance could bail us out. But you'd be like, hey, are you gonna fight Hush on this run? I'd be like, are you fucking out of your mind? Absolutely not. This run's garbage. Well, that has not changed. I do think this run is garbage. And the reroll really put us in a dire position. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Okay, do not... It's a human tendency. You know, you go where you look. This is like one of the first things they teach you in like driving classes. Like if you see, you know, an accident at the side of the road, don't look at it. First off, you're gonna slow traffic down for no reason other than to gawk. What are you hoping to see? When you go, oh, there's a car flipped over. We should slow down and look, honey, so I can show the kids a mangled human corpse. Like, no, why do you do this? Not to mention, people got places to be. Well, I don't want to live in a world in which you can't slow down and savor the little things, like looking at a surprise dead body, the firefighters using the jaws of life to, you know, rip open the car door and, you know, get the body of a young family out. Like, it's just, what are you thinking when you slow? You should slow down, like, just not to get in an accident yourself in this case. Anyway, like, okay, I'm preaching to the choir, probably. That being said, one of the first things they teach you when you're, you know, learning how to drive, they're like, if you see an accident, don't look at it. If you see, like, bad conditions on the road, you know, don't look at them. Because you're more likely to drive into it once you're looking at it. Especially if you're unaware of the fact that that happens. That's what I'm doing in Isaac right now, is, like, target fixation. Like, I'm looking at enemy bullets and then subconsciously moving myself towards the bullets. We gotta, like, do the exact opposite. Moldy bread. Okay, it's HP and a surprisingly, perhaps, lucky deal with the devil here. I don't think we take... tough call. Because blue candle's, like, really useful. But Satanic Bible could also be extremely helpful. We're not going to get a payout out of Demon Judgment. We're not getting enough, money. Alright, I think we go for it. I guess we should have taken KB and Conception first. That's fair. And we're hoping for battery charges now, but we're also hoping to not take damage. Normally, damage is king. Like, once you get addicted to that damage grind, it's hard to get out of it. I feel like we have an unusual amount. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's a conspiracy. I understand, you know, variance to some degree, at least. As a layperson, I understand variance to at least a mild degree. But I really feel like we roll into Isaac's Heart, Strange Attractor quite a lot. Maybe it's because I'll never pick them up anymore. So they're more likely than the average item to be in the pool. I understand that. At the same time, I wish they would fuck off for a minute. Two of Hearts and Bad Trip are the same pill right now. I guess we'll hold Bad Trip just in case... Just in case. No, just in case PhD shows up again. Yeah, that's not a surprise right there. Our Tinted Rock kind of screwed us, but honestly, it's going okay right now. Lazy Worm, not really valuable. If we go down to this Hush fight, we're not going to be able to buy anything. Well, we can use bombs on our donation machine, but apart from that, we're not going to be able to buy anything. But we'll get 2 items. Oh, the relic as well, I forgot. We'll get 2 items from the item rooms. There's a chance that those could be good. I guess we'll take the tower. Could hurt us, but could also, you know, kill enemies a little faster. That, we almost got screwed there because our range is pretty bad. Or our shot speed, rather, but... we'll have a chance to get those items. See if they're any good. I may also be incorrect. We've got the extra 4 chests as well, which could provide us with items too, but I could be mistaken, and maybe we will just get void access right here. I don't think that's the case. Would I rather have void access right here, or would I rather, wait, maybe using the void gave us void access on the mom fight? I don't know. I'm under a lot of misconceptions. I did that whole Bass Ackwards run and didn't even realize it was taking 1 item from me every single floor. Wow, Tyrone, it's busted. Missing node doesn't even work anymore, Tyrone, on this challenge. What were you guys thinking during the testing process? You're so stupid! That's what Nick told me later that day. He's like, wow, how'd you like Bass Ackwards? Like, you gotta really hope it doesn't take one of your good items right off the bat. I mean, what do you mean take one of your good items? You just get stronger. The whole run is like a half hour of commentary predicated upon the fact that, it gets so much easier as the run goes along, because obviously it does. You just keep getting stronger. Not always the most observant. But I guess it's lucky for us that Bass Ackwards went really easily. There is no void access, so we will be going to the Hush fight, and this is where things are going to get very interesting. Let me tell you. Money. Good, very good set. Okay, well, bum friend, I do need, like, some of this money right now. More than you need it. Got Spirit Hearts. Our HP has turned out surprisingly well. We definitely want that. The Shears is so good, but we have to think about whether or not we want to get rid of Satanic Bible. Our luck stat is bad enough that I think Bomber Boy might be the right choice there. Well, I mean, with Bomber Boy, we can get more value out of our bombs, but maybe I don't want to be that rude to our donation machine. Or maybe I do. So we'll take Bomber Boy. I want the 9-volt. What'd you give me? Magician. So, if this is the case, then the question becomes, would you rather have the underwear? It's camo underwear, right? Like, it just makes us immune to enemies sometimes. I think I'd rather have the shears, even if it's just for this room. And maybe we'll roll Satanic Bible after that. And maybe we won't. You know, we've been very rude to our donation machine. We don't need to pop down another bomb. I was going to buy the map. One bomb would probably give us the ability to buy the map. But I don't know if it's the right call. The shears is also, it's a beautiful item. Like, especially now that we have a decent amount of HP and we know the relic is going to give us more in the future. This might be the right way to handle this, to be honest with you. Hey, Shears man. You don't recognize the Hush as an enemy, huh? There we go. So I'm not suggesting this is going to do, you know, a whole lot of damage. I'm not suggesting this Hush fight is going to be easy at all. But I do know, you know, before I even knew that Sack Dagger could do damage, I was just like, wow, a really wide trinket or a really wide orbital that we can use to block bullets more effectively. So I'm going to harken back to my earlier days. Hope that that works out for us. Homing poison bombs, not insignificant, especially when enemies spawn, like that. We get spiders out of the sticky bombs, if they at least hit an enemy. I don't even know if our shot speed is good enough to land a shot in there. We do have permanent Polaroid invincibility. I feel like we're missing, like, every shot. Okay, continuum tiers are potentially nasty. Over halfway done with the fight, though, we've only been hit once. It gets harder as it goes along, but still. I think I should be surprisingly relatively pleased with the way this is going. Don't disappear. Look at this, we got like 6 spiders. Bad bomb, bad bomb. And I know, just as well as anybody else, perhaps even better because of the amount of times I take Bomber Boy, in spite of the fact that it's got a lot of danger associated with it, that this item can just as easily be the death of us. So we have to be very cautious about it. I don't really like leaving those units alive back there. But I'm gonna. Hey, where's my... Oh, there's the shears. I mean, I'd like it to be in there, but at the same time, I don't really want to dodge into continuum shots, so... I guess we should keep ourselves relatively close. Trying to do some clutch dodges with Sack Dagger. And then quickly, if you could get in there. I think he's in there. If I could shears the world, I would be the shears in your universe. You would think my shears are really something good, baby. If you'll excuse me, all of my creative energy is sapped right now. From trying to dodge these attacks while doing approximately, you know, 1/1,000,000th of the Hush's max HP per hour. We're so slow. That's gonna hit us. So we're gonna lose permanent Polaroid invincibility. That one I should have gotten out of the way of. We're gonna lose permanent Polaroid invincibility, but that's okay. Small price to pay for the ability to fly. Honestly... Okay. The shears is great. I think we still roll Satanic Bible. Cooler heads are prevailing here. And as good as this is, I think we'll probably benefit... Jesus, hold me. What have I done? Force of habit. If I could void the... Well, we'll just look for the Kane win, I suppose. Look. Am I a smart man? No, you do everything. It was a 32-minute run. You do everything right, and then you fuck up the placement at the very last minute. Well, that's a bummer. But let's not get demoralized. You know, we've been playing sort of okay in Afterbirth Plus so far. What should we do? Also, what is up with this guy? Like, is this a champion, or am I sprouting some glaucoma or something right now? I don't know, but we've been playing sort of well in Afterbirth Plus lately. Okay, homing bombs on enemies, or sticky bombs on enemies that follow us around, maybe not the best idea, even though I just did it again immediately after. I dodged that one. I dodged that one. I see you know your judo well, but don't just lose this one, you know? Oh, we can't get where we want to go. Sure, okay, we can't beat the game the old-fashioned way, but we're gonna play 1,000 episodes, or statistically speaking, just less than 1,000 episodes, just to annoy people, of this game. One run is just a fucking blip on the radar, dog. Get the win, and then next run you can beat yourself. You can beat yourself off over it if you're concerned. Is that not the phrase? Beat yourself off over it? Well, not that interested in that. It would be smart to stop taking damage to this degree. But if there's ever been a run in which I have an excuse to take damage, it's this one. Bad damage plus sack dagger, but also we have bomber boy bombs that stick to enemies. Those enemies then follow us around. Oh, and also we have strange attractors, so if we ever shoot at an enemy that has a bomb stuck to it, it gets teleported, like, or at least influenced to move extremely close to us. But we do have Death's Touch as well. You know, it's not all bad. A double key room of some repute? This late into a run? 2 spirit hearts and a 1 makes you larger pill? Absolutely. This is a 2 room. All consumables on this room get rerolled. I don't want to reroll that consumable. I will reroll our trinket though. We got 32 keys. It served us well. I have rerolled it. This is gonna be one of those runs, huh? I think I had 0 runs, or like 1 run like this in all of Afterbirth. You know, 600 episodes. And now, you should take it. You should take it. In Afterbirth Plus, this is already my 2nd run. What is that? Duct tape. It looks more like toilet paper to me, but I'll accept that. This is our 2nd run in which we've got so many 1 makes you larger pills, I don't even know what to do with it. We make creep? It looks like we're making creep. We're making weirdo. This would be a much better room. Or this would be a room where it would be much better to have the shears, by the way. Should play it smart and save our bombs until the angel fetuses show up. Spiders, please. Last bomb. We've done it, at least. Okay. Now, this part is going to be a fucking nightmare, because he is going to get sucked up in, like, a quarter of a second to get over here. But at least 3 hits seems like it's enough to knock him into the next phase. So we don't want him to shoot... We don't want him to shoot 2 times during a phase, which is what he just did. But, I mean, we're kind of beholden to our own damage, but also to my own ability or inability to dodge. And as we shoot, he's creating shots in like 15 different directions. It's causing problems due to the gravity distortion field. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. The throw is real right now. Yep, okay. That's fair. That's fair. I should have won this one. But we also should have been on the alt floor. So that's like our first real loss, not Greedier mode loss, I think, in the game so far, if I remember correctly. Thanks for watching. We're gonna do, I don't know, maybe we'll try to actually get the Apollyon run. Wait, did we do the Apollyon run? Maybe we won't do the Apollyon run. We'll see what's left to do, and we'll try to do that next. But for now, I had a fun time on this run. I think it was the beginning of the end when I actually went through the reroll. But for now, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for your support in the series thus far, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.